Okay, in our last video, we had created this ChatGPT bot using bot framework composer that remembers state. So this time we're going to create a published profile that will help us to deploy this particular chatbot in Azure, right? So currently we do not have any publishing profile. There are like two ways to do it. Either we create all the resources right from our bot framework composer, or we create our resources manually in Azure portal and create a published profile by putting all those information like bot name, app service name, resource group name, subscription ID. So all these details we can put it in JSON published profile and pass it along. So let's see both the ways. So I'll just give the name as chat GPT bot. This is the name of my publishing profile, and I'm going to publish to Azure. So these are the two steps that we can utilize in order to deploy this chatbot. So one is the create a new resource. So in this, what will happen? First, you have to connect to Azure portal and provide your access token so that this bot framework composer can act on your behalf. And I think the interface is quite changed, and I think this is the good interface that I feel. But yeah, another way is importing existing resources. So here you need to give the unique name in your subscription. So we mostly use the bot name itself. Next, tenant ID, host name. This is without any HTTPS and without .azurewebsite.net. This is just the host name. Resource group, as the name suggests, name of the resource group. Again, the bot name, subscription ID, region. So this should be lowercase without any spaces. So it has to be standard sub region code. So like East US, West US. So it should be lower score characters, lower case characters, and without any spaces in between. And lowest resource, and here you need to provide authoring key, endpoint key, authoring endpoint, and this is prediction key and prediction endpoint, and whatever the region. And here you need to provide the app ID and app password, right? So this is how you can import the existing resources. So let's do it for the create new resources. And I'm going to provide ARM token by running this particular command in Azure command line tool. So if you are connecting through this Azure command line, basically Cloud Shell, it is called Cloud Shell. If you are logging in if you're opening this for the first time, it will ask you to create an Azure storage account, and then whatever you do, it stores information there. And where is my details? How can I just let me enter something? Yeah, let me copy this. Azure get access token. Okay, here we have it. I'm not sure what this all about, this extra things, this survey. Okay, let's paste it here and provide ARM token by running, provide graph token by running. Okay. And this is my graph token. This interface is really bad. Something has gone wrong. These values are overlapping. I hope I'm putting the right value. Yeah, so both of them are different. All right. So subscription, let's take it our dev. Let's create a new resource group and chat GPT RG. And I'm going to use the Windows as the operating system. And this is my resource name, basically my app service name, chat GPT composer bot. All right. And region, let's select East US and Louis region, West US. All right. Okay. So I'm not going to create all these optional resources. I'm only focusing on app service, channel registration, and let's get rid of this. And application insight, let's keep it. Let's get rid of blob storage, Lewis, because currently we are not using Lewis in our ChatGPT bot, and also get rid of Microsoft Q&A Maker and go next. So these four resources will be created and I'll create them. It might take some 5 to 10 minutes to create them. I hope so. And let's see. I, I suppose it must have already created the resource group. The name that I have given is ChatGPT. Let me refresh it. Yeah, there it is. And we can cross check. See here, app service plan is created. So this you have to remember, if you are developing this for testing and only development purpose and you don't want to incur any charges, make sure, because the app service plan, you change it to free plan. Otherwise, by default, it is on the standard plan. So make sure after you have created all the resources, change the app service plan to the free one. Okay, that was pretty quick and provision success. And it has also created a publishing profile for me. So let's see that. And I'll click on import existing resources. So it has auto-filled all the values for me. If suppose you have already created the resources, and so this is how you should enter all the values in your resource, this publishing profile. Okay. And I'll go to publish and select my publishing target and I'll click on publish. So I'm going to connect this particular bot with our speech channel. And for that, I'm going to create a speech resource. And this is the one. ChatGPT speech. So after the deployment, we are going to configure our speech channel. Okay, it is waiting for zip upload processing. Okay, perfect. Now what we are going to do, we are going to first, okay, before that, let me copy my speech key and let me go to the resource group and open our Azure bot just to verify whether our bot is configured or not. So when we deploy from Composer directly, so it automatically configures our bot with all the required values. Okay, so we are going to test it in web chat. And I'm just waiting for the welcome message to pop up. And still it has not received. Let's restart over. Okay, there we have. So let's say hi to the bot and let's verify whether it remembers the state. We'll use the same scenario we used in our last video. What is my name? My name is JD. Hello JD, how can I assist you today? What is my name? Your name is JD. And this time I'm just going to say new. That means it should reset my state. And what is my name? And it should not remember that, right? Okay, so now let's go to channels and we're going to configure multiple channels. First, let's configure the speech. So the name is Directline speech. And here we are going to select our resource and it should automatically configure. So custom speech model we currently do not have. Let's apply the changes. And that is all. And we need to make sure one more configuration that we have to do. Let's go back to our app service. Go to configuration. Go to general settings. And here, make sure you have enabled this WebSockets. I guess that's the configuration that we have to do. Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah. Okay. So now let's try to connect it through emulator because we do have the ability to connect to speech through the bot framework emulator. In order to connect to our speech bot, we have to give our app service URL. And along with that, we have to give our Directline. Let me give the Directline key. And what is our region? This is our region. And also let me provide. And now we have given our bot endpoint URL and let's try to connect. So it's not a perfect application, but yeah, it's pretty good. Hi,
Hello. How may I assist you today?
what is my name?
I'm sorry, but as an AI language model, I don't have access to your name or any personal information. Can I assist you with anything else?
My name is JD.
Nice to meet you, JD. How can I assist you today?
What is my name?
Your name is JD.
New.
Hello. How can I assist you today?
What is my name?
As an AI language model, I do not have access to your personal information, including your name. Please introduce yourself if you wish to tell me your name.
As a chatbot developer, how can you design a beautiful conversation? Oh, it did not listen to
I
me.
apologize for the confusion earlier. As an AI language model, I don't have the ability to know who you are or who developed me. I am a machine learning model created by OpenAI, and programmed to communicate with users like you. How can I assist you today?
As a chatbot developer, what is the best design to create a conversation?
As an AI language model, I can suggest some best practices in creating a conversation design for a chatbot. 1. Define the purpose and scope of the chatbot. Identify the specific problem or task that the chatbot is intended to solve.
So, yeah, that was all about testing the Directline speech channel, and it worked really pretty good, right? And you can incorporate this in your applications by connecting to this speech resource. All right. And now we are going to configure the same chatbot with the Microsoft Teams channel. The best and easiest way to connect to the Microsoft Teams channel is to just open it using the URL. So if you go to the channels and you'll be given this open in Teams, or else you can create a manifest and upload it to the channel, to the Microsoft Teams. For quick testing, let's open directly through the URL. And that should get me a welcome message. Let's wait for that. And we haven't asked some coding questions. We asked in our web channel, but we did not ask in our speech channel. Let's ask it over here. I think it's not replying. Let's say hi to the bot. If you upload it through the manifest, it always replies back. Since it did not reply with the welcome message, that means it did not initialize my properties. So that's fine. So I'll just say hi to the bot. And here you see, hello, how can I assist you today? And let's ask some coding questions now. Recursive example in C sharp. Let's see how it formats in the Microsoft Teams channel. For web chat, it really nicely formatted the response, but let's check for the Microsoft Teams channel. And that's also a very good formatting, pretty good formatting, right? And this bot we can use for our personal assistance. And I can just, since I know the state, I can utilize, like I can modify my previous response. So I can do like this, implement the above solution uh, by giving number as 6. So what I'm trying to do, currently the number value is 5. I'm going to change it to 6. So let's try that and let's see whether it will work or not. And here you see int number 6. That works pretty good. So let me ask something like create a model class for user. Oh, I did not specify what language. Let's see what language it uses. I think it should use C sharp because I have asked my last question in C sharp. Yep, that's the correct one. Here you see user model class in C sharp. The reason being I have asked this question in C sharp, so it remembers and gives me that response. So let's add one few properties. Add a user role property. And let's see. And here you see it added that property. This is going to be a very useful because most of the organization people are dependent on Microsoft Team for their day-to-day job, and you don't have to go to the UI, the website, the Google search to do all those things for code examples. You can do right here in the Microsoft Teams channel. So let's ask something different. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Let's see how we can configure the other channels. Like I can configure it with the Alexa, and yeah, it works the same way how it has worked for now. Okay, and let's see what's the pretty good channel. I think that is all. I think that is all. Thanks, everyone.